hospital, this and that. You have to call the family to notify them. It costs for money. 2, when it comes to the materials, when we get to the picture, we have about 10 different documents. But you only know of the manual. About 10 different documents. And you have to buy all these things. Talking about the flags. If you don't get a complete set of flags, at least you need the Christian flag, convention flag, the men's ministry flag, the RA flag, and the Ghana flag. 5. And moving on, from next year going, all chapters have to re-register again. And these basic things, if you don't have it, I'm sorry, we cannot register you. We will keep on working with you, but you'll be a shadow chapter. But until the men's ministry manage to provide these things, because when our kids are going to school, we manage and provide everything for them for secular education. When it comes to mission education, we have to manage and provide everything they need for them. The uniform is cumbersome, so we will not force you on that. At least black and white can take us through. But when it comes to the reading materials, that one we will not compromise. Recently, we want to get the epaulets, the lions and council chairman. I added that to my introductory statement, but I forgot. In fact, for the past 5 years, the men's ministry, national president, the vice president, the coordinator, and some selected few, my big man is here, they have kept the fire burning from day one when they took over leadership till now. Papa, only God knows the efforts they have put in. Because the group have been dormant close to 10 years. But out of the 10 years, for the 5 years, especially the council chairman, wherever he is, let's give the council chairman, that's Deacon Abraham. You see, he even work and take my work and add it. I'm young. I should be working and taking his work. So when he works like that, I panic. Commitment, I panic. And I have no option than to work harder than what he's doing. I'm here. I went to Tamale. And he went to Sunyani, drove back to Kumasi. He's doing this, he's doing that, he's doing that. Just 2 days ago, when I was coming to Accra, I spoke to the president, and he said he would do, the national president, Pastor Boache. He said he would do everything possible. We have to go to Nigeria first week of September. Just go and study the Nigeria RA. So he's working. It's very costly, but he's working to at least 2 of us have to go to Nigeria. Go and study, because that's the heartbeat of the thing. It's a whole lot that the men's ministry is putting in. And I was telling you, when I went to Tamale, the sector head was there. And thank God the sector head is here too to support. About 4 association chairmen. And I say, wow, it gives us some hope that the future is promising. I have no shadow of doubt that no matter your complaints, what I am seeing, I know the future is promising. Because gone are the days. We were struggling ourselves. But these days, our men's ministry, convention officer, the vice president ministry was here to speak to us before he attended another program. So we have no option to fail our generation. We have no option to fail, to give excuses, not to put in our best. Hello? So please, in as much as we need this equipment, we need you more than the equipment. The equipment can come and lie idle if you are not ready to give out your best to God. For the past 1 month, do you know, I have not stayed at home for more than 1 week. I have to move here. Right from here, I have to go back to Kumasi and complete my youth week as a youth president at my church. This is the time. The Bible says, remember your Creator in the times of your youth. Why not in the times when you're a kid, when you grow? This is the time you have ideas, you have energy. So in all, I'm talking about the other aspect of logistics. We have the material logistic and the human resource. So please, we need a lot of men on board. When I went to Tamale and I saw the work professor, I've forgotten the full name, one men's ministry professor, the full name. The work the man is doing there, is serious. It's serious. It will call for your money, your time. At times, I will be with him. You call him from the office, to the office. By the time you realize, you call him at the campgrounds, Professor, we need you to sort a problem. He's here. The human resource, we need more. We need more. Mission work calls for more people. Amen? Good. I'm wrapping up with this, and we'll go to the picture exhibition, and I'll be done. Right. These are some of the materials you will need. You see the flip charts? The flip charts, the vest. Some of you have not come across the vest. We do a lot of grounds work. So in RA uniform, it's not just the t-shirt and the uniform. We use vest. It comes in colors per your rank. The flip charts, you see, at times we talk too much. Youngsters learn by activity. So we need to create more activities for them to learn and limit the talking. The GES people will tell you after 35 minutes, they can absorb again. But after 35 minutes, when you employ a lot of activities, you can engage them. So we have to learn all these things to make the group more resourceful. Our major programs, we have camp meetings, we have clinic. Is a national program. You cannot organize clinic at any level apart from national. What other groups will call Congress, we call it clinic. It's a national program. Apart from the training, is there that we take decision. Our next clinic will be in October. And the clinic is for counselors and deputy men's coordinators. But as per last year's ruling from annual session, that every aspect of the convention should target 5 people to groom them. Do you remember? You don't read. I was on the national youth page for convention yesterday, and as soon as the president, our honorable president, Mamiesi, pasted the convention's president's report, I paused everything, 38 pages, I read everything. And after that, I passed the comment that to be informed is to be involved. So I'm encouraging people to read. If you don't read, how will you get to know what is happening to your convention? You have to read. You have to read. You have to seek for information. If you seek for information, you'll be involved. If you are ill-informed, you will conform. And if you conform, you'll be deformed. That's from my pastor, Pastor David. His own acronym. But if you are informed, you'll be well informed and you'll be transformed. So all that we are saying, I read everything I'm telling you, I read it and I practice it. And I'm committed to the group. So as I go and come, I know more. So please read. These days, audio versions are there. So even if you cannot read, download the audio versions. The one on the audio will read for you. No, seek knowledge and sell it not. And you'll be fantastic with this mission education. Right. Finally, let me give you the current state of our collaboration with our ladies. I said that the RA ministry is purely boys, but we collaborate with our ladies when it comes to the interest activity, when it comes to games, marching, hiking. That one we collaborate with them. Even the lines of collaboration is yet to be defined. But when it comes to the mission education, please, under no circumstance should we merge with them. Our training is totally different from their training. The last time we officially met on issues like this, quite a period ago, when our mother, Miss Philomena Reid, was in office. Yeah, we met, we discussed so many things. Okay. Now, you see Nigeria. My brother will be going through the picture exhibition for about 5 to 10 minutes, and I think I'll pause for now for questions. You see Nigeria, they are doing it at its best. Nigeria, RA, it's a serious business. They have full-time workers. They have their own offices. It runs like any other association running. So at times, I feel like Nigeria have a future for their convention. Because if I see the way they run their RA, And we have a better future for our own too. Because today you are here and you are going to start the change and the improvement. They have a ceremonial wear and a general wear. Very colorful. And this is during their independence marching. We have been at this position before. We have passed this position before. And we are going to do better. Because somewhere, I think 2005, between 2005 or 2007, the whole Ghana, one GA girl commanded 6 March at stadium. The whole Ghana. The whole Ghana. One GA girl who went through the RA and GA concepts. So we passed that stage, but we need to do more because times have changed. The societal standards have changed. And this is how the uniform looks like, a complete uniform. A complete uniform looks like. So there is more to be done next year, and God being so good, the council chairman and the men's ministry already have a plan on paper. I think we are here to subject it to the mission education director to scrutinize it and ensure that it's in line with conventions, policy and strategies, benchmark it with other international things, and from next year we'll all see RA in a different level. Right, what are some of our challenges? It's not yet a problem. A challenge can be confronted. A problem will affect you. They are just challenges. Now, we are building on our leadership structure. That's what one of the areas we have to build on. Building on our leadership structure. We are working on improving I want to be very charitable with my words because it's a positive thing. Every challenge is an opportunity to improve. So I don't see challenges as so negative. Yeah. A challenge will knock at your door telling you that you can do better at this area. So our members too have to look at their commitment. Their commitment. 2, logistic-wise, we will plead with the local men's ministry, the local, at the sector and the national level. I think for the past 2 years, the men's ministry is investing a lot. It's investing a lot. I just inform you that the president, just yesterday, I had a chat with him. He's working on getting some of us to Nigeria to go and do some training and some negotiations for material, and it will cost more than 2,000. But at the local level, we should look at beginning to invest in the boys, especially with uniform. And some individuals have been doing well. You get just one man, and you pay for the material, and the boys will get them. Our policies needs to be reformulated. Have you seen the RA Constitution before? We have. We have a strategic plan. We have a strategic plan since 2014. We have a ranking. We have a policy. We have all these documents already in place. I came to meet them. So one of the assignments we are all going to attend to at our next clinic is to revise them. So I want to assure you, next year, Ghana should watch out. I'm fully convinced with what God has started doing in the convention, in the men's ministry, we should all watch out. We should all watch out to see the fullness of RA. Is it possible? Is it possible? Is it possible? It's possible. It's possible. It's possible. It's highly possible. It's highly possible. And I'm very convinced, Papa, I'm convinced than ever because of just one reason. That the men's ministry are now taking the lead. Amen. I have worked with RA for 10 years and below. But when the men's ministry took lead of the whole game, I tell you, that's why things are changing. So please, let's keep the momentum just like that. Just like that. Just like that. From the council chairman, he will be on you 24/7. Even when Papa have not taken fully, he came to my office 3 times. That Danny, I'm taking over the coordinatorship. What are we to do? What do I have to know? And I print this document, and I'm convinced that the future is promising. So when I always see my guys, I tell them, guys, this is the time. Let's take advantage of it. Because a generation will come. This is our generation. Amen? Amen. All right. My brother, please, let's go to area office. Almost 1 o'clock. Give me 10 minutes just to show you some pictures. Yeah, that last. I've already said the first 10 minutes. Okay, comma. The last 10 minutes. Full stop. Please, let's go to area office. I have some pictures there. I think that's the only pictures. I have a lot of pictures. That's the only pictures I can show. And we cannot consume everything today. Whenever leadership calls, you avail yourself, and God would work through all of us. Are we there? Okay. Let's check. Uniforms. Let's check uniforms. There's a we have no in a folder. Let's check uniform, not the slides. Okay, you can open that one if you have that document. Okay, good. Scroll it down. Okay, good. This is what I'm looking for. This is a whole policy on our uniforms. Whole policy. Okay, stay here. From each level, what you are supposed to wear, your general uniform, your vest, your t-shirt, your lion, everything is already documented. It's already documented. Let's go down. Even including officers, including our dear reverend ministers. They are supposed to be in uniform when we are having, because the local pastor is the patron, chief patron for the area at the local level. So when area is having any program at the local level, we plead with them, they be in uniform. Because we are growing to be like them. So if they be in uniform, it's just perfect. So we have a whole setup for our uniform. Can we open something else? Anything you open, I'll touch on it and I will end with it. If you have any questions, you prepare for it. And we also joined the All Africa Royal Ambassador Group, the All Africa RA, Africa Baptist RA. We meet every 3 years. Every 3 years we meet. So our next meeting is 2nd to 7th September. And we will be going. All right. Just go to the folders. Let's leave the slide and go to the folders. We have a strategic plan which was enacted in 2014. 2014. It covers all our opportunities, our challenges, our threats, changes in child development, societal changes, educational changes, the 3-year, 4-year system, free SHS, and its calendar. We have factored all these things in our strategic plan. And the end of the strategic plan, you will love it. Papa, we are thinking of having the first Royal Ambassador Baptist Church. At the end of our strategic, a church full of missionaries. That's the end of the strategic plan, and the implementation is starting. It was done about 4 years ago, and it have gone through. Even we started with the former missions director, auxiliary director, former Asante J and software ban. Good. We have reviewed it over and over, and that is the peak of it. And how nice will it be? A church full of missionaries. And the intention is to use that as a model church, so that if anybody wants to learn anything concerning Ari, when you go to that church, you have it at its peak. And who will be the pastor? It's you. So go through the system very well. And that will save convention of a generation who are committed to God. That will save convention of a generation who are mission minded, nothing less, nothing more. All right. So I will end here, pick some few questions. Probably as your question comes, I can walk through the folders and get you a couple of pictures. And that will be it. God bless you for your attention. I'm Daniel.
Please, kindly clap. Give the Lord a clap of praise. Yes. Today we have been blessed. And looking at the stuff that we have taken, there are some of them, they are very detailed. And for that matter, those of us who have heard it, when we apply them, we will get a successful end. Amen. Amen. Shall we give it to the Lord once again? Yes. Amen. Today, we shall continue, but we have to take in something. We are tired, so we have something small to give out, but we shall continue with report format and protocols. But because we have ate a lot, I mean the words that are coming is too much. I'll not bother you too much, but we shall give salient points. All that we are doing, if you don't report, we will not see them. We will not hear them. So we need the reporting, this thing to come. So if you have any questions for the RA Marshal, he's ready. And if you have any challenge that you are facing in your church, we are also here to help. Whether in the men's ministry as a main or the RA. But what he said, something that I want to lay emphasis on is the deputy coordinators, the role of the deputy coordinators. You know, our structure is said that the deputy coordinator is in charge of RA activities. So at the local level, most of the deputy coordinators don't do, virtually their work rate is below standard. I have to say it like that. So we want the deputy coordinators to catch up, to be up to standard, to come up a little, because they leave everything for the coordinator, the local coordinator to do. And virtually he is there as a vice and say, I don't have anything to do. But he is responsible for all RA activities. And today you have to take note of that. If you are the deputy coordinator of a local church, you take care of the RA. And one thing is this, when they are training, at the training level, you don't allow only the children to come and train. But some of us just leave it like that. And when the children comes and say the pastor is indoors and they are in coach doing things wayward, nobody is there to check them. I've gone to my church where my own church where they came for a training on Sunday evening and there was no elderly person around. The leader who was supposed to take care hasn't come. And somebody came there who a lady asked us. These days, I thank God for that too. Because if it had not been the intervention of God, that person would have raped the girl in the church premises. If you understand. So please, these things, when we review today to you, take it seriously. And if you are RA, if you are in charge of the RA, please make sure at the training you will be there earlier. And if you cannot do it alone, form a team of say 3 people. You give duty roster. If this person comes today, the following week this person will come, the following week this person. Even if you are not able to come, please call another person to come there so that they look at what the children are doing. It's very, very key. And you too, by so doing, you learn their activities. And when they are marching and you are marching some, you do exercise and you become healthy. Amen. Amen. Dan, are you done? Dan, are you done? So, if you have any questions, you can bring it. And if you have challenges in your church too, we are ready to receive them and help solve.
Thank you very much, Papa. All right, so questions. Yes, sir. Okay, so let's project so that I can use this one to answer. Okay. All right. Okay. 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 Of the RA Council. Okay. 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 Let him pick it. The first two. Let him pick the first two. With our funding, by default, when I say by default, I mean by all standards, we are supposed to be funded 100% by men's ministry. So the national RA should be funded by the national men's ministry. The sector RA should be funded by the sector men's ministry. The association RA should be funded by the association men's ministry, and local to the same. Another form of our funding is when we organize program. Our programs are not profit oriented, but the boys come in their numbers. So definitely the proceeds are also kept to run our program. And finally, because we want to teach the boys how to invest their resources in terms of money, time, skills in God, we take a dues. And the dues, the caveat there is that is not above their ability. So we don't have a standard dues. If you check your church and by their standard, they can pay 50 pesos, let them pay 50 pesos. The ideology there is to help them learn how to sow, even from that very angle. But funding our budget is the duty of the men's ministry. Some years ago, some men came together. I remember those years, Mr. Yantre used to give us money whenever we need money. So we have individuals who would just voluntarily give you money. Now, talking about the role of the vice president ministry and saying that we've heard something. If it is not so confidential, we would have loved, because I would love to answer the question very well. But let me also say, I know what you've heard. And let me answer from there, because I know that when people are beginning to keep reservations strategically, they are building a point to make a point. So let me step ahead of your point. I will pick it from strategy. If you have any reservation about how the vice president runs the RA ministry, I work with him. I know his role, I know my role. But I will say situational leadership. Now, we don't have one static leadership in this world. In 21st century, we practice situational. And I believe whatever leadership he is providing, that is what we need now. So some of us, we don't have any problem with it. At the end of the day, we should achieve results. At the end of the day, we should be transformational. So you see the vice president taking lead of everything, even including my responsibility as the chief administrator for RA. And we all sit together and came to that conclusion, because I inherited RA in crisis about 7 years ago, and I have led and hold on to the fort. There are a lot of wounds on me. You can't just see it. I've sat in a meeting that some of my executives is so many things. So when he came to office, he needed to use his impenyidwen, any impenyinsem, to do so many things, and we follow suit. And that is the reason why we have been able to maintain ARI. So I don't know whatever you've heard, but I think I've answered it partially. If the vice president is doing so many things, yes, we allowed it, because it's a situational leadership he is providing, and is helping the cause of God. Thank you very much. The document you are holding have been revised so many years ago.
So this is the new document I received. I want you to check.
This was the document I used when I was in JSS. It had been revised so many years ago. When did you get that? This is the new one. We still use it. Papa? We still use it. Exactly. Please get the new ones. So make your references from the new one. Okay. Are we done with your question? Can we pick other questions? The last one. Okay.
We have IRA directors.
Okay.
Appointed from the
The main ministry. Yes, please.
But in operation,
Okay.
because in our constitution, they actually supposed to report to the main
To the men's ministry.
but I'm not getting that. Like you said, it looks as if there is
Okay. Okay.
a little bit challenge there.
Okay.
And I believe that with the new thing that you are putting in place,
Okay. Follow. Okay. Good.
you see that Pastor Deku were trying to say that the local coordinators are not working
Okay. Okay.
because the understanding to the roads
Okay.
are not yet deep got sync.
Okay. Good. Point well noted. We will factor that. But it comes back to the word strategy. Today, when I came here, I spent about 10 minutes. I read everything on the notice board. And everything there, I saw the word strategy running through. Even just an announcement, you see strategy. And I think that is how we are all looking at things now in the convention. You need strategy to overcome challenges and opposition. The world keeps on changing. In as much as we have policies and constitution and what have you, situational leadership will require us to look at the best strategy. When I go to, I'm a National Men's Executive member. I'm a member. At the same time, my boss is there. So when I go there, in as much as I report to my boss, there are some things, I am the technical person. He's a ceremonial head. I have to explain. At the association level, you get a new men's association vice president who knows nothing about ARI. It will take him about 6 months to get an appreciable knowledge on ARI. He is in charge at the association level, but the counselor who works with him have the technical know-how. So in as much as the counselor have to report and the men's coordinator is deficient of the information, he can ask the counselor to report straight to me. That one too is situational. It may not be in the policy. So at times we shouldn't entangle ourselves too much with the letter, but the spirit. After all, it's a church organization, and the spirit should work more than what man have written down in books. Thank you. But when we are done, I will see you and we judge more on things. Your point is well noted. Yes, sir.
Because I'm seeing a gap from Sunday school to men's ministry. There is that big gap. So when our kids get to the secondary schools, then they find themselves in ICGC and those other churches because there is that gap. And it's more or less like youth. But within the youth, there should be a certain activity. But when your challenge, within your challenge, one thing that I find out I didn't see in the challenge has to do with pastors. Because to me, I think some of the pastors are a challenge. I don't. You said you shouldn't use problems.
Okay.
Are challenge because some of the pastors don't allow these things to run in their churches. It's not part of their vision, and it's a problem. And I was even thinking, it's a challenge as well. I was thinking that when it comes to when you went to
This is now the presentation I'm giving to you. Some questions don't come from it's our own consumption. You understand? Because, like you said it, there's a gap. When we were kids, I was in the array. I have the books. My last books I bought in 2006. The manual, the one they changed. So I always have the knowledge about array. Challenges. Some of these things we don't want to